Academy, where learning becomes much more easier. From our previous video, we've looked at how to name alkane, that is the IUPAC nomenclature of the alkane. Today we'll still continue with some other complex structures that has other substituents like the fluoro, the bromo, the nitro, so on and so forth. So whenever we have fluorine as a substituent, the name we give to it is fluoro. And whenever we have chlorine as a substituent, we call it chloro. And bromine, we call it bromo. And nitrogen, NO2, we call it nitro. So that is the name we'll be giving to each of these kind of substituents. So whenever we have substance like fluorine, and we want to name this kind of structure, first, as I told us before, we must have to consider the longest continuous chain. Where is the longest continuous chain? If you count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if we take a look deep into this kind of structure, here carries the more electronegative substituent. So we have to take our numbering from this part to give preference to all these substituents so that it will have the lowest number. So on doing that, this will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we give numbering to it as 1, carbon number 2, 3, 4, and then 5. The substituents here, this is methyl and this is methyl. So if we want to name this is fluoro and this is also methyl. Since fluorine comes before methyl in terms of alphabetical order, fluoro, F is before N. So we'll start our naming from here, giving preference to this. So this is 2-fluoro. And methyl is here and methyl are also here. And the carbon atom that this methyl is occupying or is being attached to is carbon 2. So this is 2-fluoro, 2, 4, 4. Tri, because there are 3. We call it tri because there are 3. Now methyl, the 3 of them are methyl, so we call it trimethyl. And then the longest continuous chain is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 5 carbon atom is called pentane. So this is trimethyl pentane. So the name of this is what? 2-fluoro, 2, 4, 4, trimethyl pentane. That is the name of structure A. Then structure B. We have structure B here. CH3 attached to a carbon bearing CH3 and fluorine, and we have NO2 here as a substituent. We have CH2. Now, for us to know the longest continuous chain, we start our numbering from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is C2H5. If we strike this, it's going to form what? CH, CH, CH3. So the numbering is going to be longer. The longest continuous chain will branch to this place, and this will become a substituent. Take note of this as a substituent. This will be a substituent here, and a substituent here. So we are going to have what? 5 and 6 on stretching this C2 because we have 2 carbon atoms here. So the naming of this kind of compound, fluorine is at position 2, nitro at position 3, and CH3 at position 2 also, and another CH3 at position 4. So we have 2 CH3, we have a nitro compound here. So the name of this compound is going to be 2-fluoro, 2, since if you are on the 26th alphabet of the letter N before N, so we'll name the methyl before the nitro. So 2-fluoro, and then methyl is at position 2 and 4. So it's going to be 2-fluoro, 2, 4 dimethyl Then a nitro will now come. Dimethyl, nitro. The nitro is at position 3. So we are going to put what? 3 nitro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is hexane. So this is 3 nitro hexane. Okay, before we move to C, there is supposed to be L here because dimethyl. So this is 2 fluoro 2,4 dimethyl 3 nitrohexane. That is the correct IUPAC name for this structure B. Now, the structure C that we have here, if you want to name this structure C, this is a cyclo compound and is an alkane. There is no double bond, so it's saturated. We can name this alkane by first knowing the position of this carbon. We take this to be position 1 because we want to give preference to all the substituents. We want the substituent to have the lowest number as possible. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And any cyclo compound that has 5 carbons, we call it cyclopentane. Now, the parent name is cyclopentane, but the substituent here, chlorine and chlorine at position 1, and then methyl at position 2. So the name of this compound is going to be 1,1 dichloro 2 methyl cyclopentane. 1,1 dichloro 2 methyl cyclohexane. So this is the correct IUPAC name for this kind of structure. When we have 4 carbon atom bonded like this in the cyclo B, we call it cyclobutane. When we have 3 carbon atom bonded in this way, we call it cyclopropane. And when we have this kind of carbon atom, there is no branching. All of these parts, we know that we are going to have hydrogen, 2 hydrogen all around to make it stable. So all this kind of structure is called cyclohexane. Now let me give us an exercise so that we can lobby around it. Carbon connected to another carbon, bonded to Cl and Br, bonded to this. So I want us to do this on our own and place the answer on our comment box below. The first person to do this is going to have a one-on-one 30-minute class, tutorial class with me. You can ask your question, terms and condition applies. So if you are done with this exercise, just post it on our comment box below and we are going to get it. So in our next video, we'll be discussing more on the alkane family. So I'd like you to watch out for our next video. Do well to subscribe to this channel. Thank you and bye for now.